Hey everybody, it's TotalGamerJunkie and I welcome you all back to my channel. So, I know what you're thinking when you've seen the title of this video. It's like, Max isn't going to be killed off in the comics. That would be so stupid. It's like, now, I don't believe that either, but it really has got me thinking it might happen. Like, there's a possibility it can happen. And the reason I think this is because, of a comment I got when this came out. When I released it, I mean. Now, this is actually a comment by someone named Heads20, and they said, "I think what Warren really wanted to say, but he couldn't, was that Sam Beckett died, not jumped home. But he couldn't say that to Max. OMG, I want to know the end of the story so bad." Now, what that's if any of you remember, Warren tells Max how her situation is similar to a character named Sam Beckett from Quantum Leap. Now, the show Quantum Leap is about a guy, and for some reasons, like, because I never saw the series, okay, I saw a few episodes, I didn't know how it ends in that. I really thought, like, he jumped back home. I honestly thought that was the ending. But, the point of it is, he basically starts jumping into people's bodies, and after he does what he's meant to do, he ends up jumping to the next one. Now, at the end, like, because the guy said he died, like, and I was like, what? He can't die. And then I looked it up, and he actually died. Well, he was like lost in time, but it's like I honestly don't really get it either. But the show was cancelled, so technically, like, because I read it was cancelled. Because, like, then again, I haven't seen this, so forgive me if my knowledge isn't that good. But anyways, it could be possible, because if it is hurting Max, like the jumps, maybe her brain could just like split apart in that, like a melon. But anyways, that's actually one of the flickers I want to talk about. Now that we know, like, that she isn't, in a way she's creating timelines, but like the question is she creating the timelines, or are the timelines already there and she's just jumping between them, like in Quantum Leap? Now, apparently, because I was reading up, and there was like apparently this lot for Quantum Leap. There was apparently this lost alternate ending where he did make it home. I don't know about that, but apparently he made it home. But anyways, I want to talk more about these flickers, to be exact. Now, how will what do you call it, these flickers affect her mentally? Because as we can see, she was already starting to lose it. If you read the comic, she was sitting with Chloe, then Chloe stood up and started walking, and then this alternate version of her was there and Max was with her. So really, it's like it looks like she's starting to lose more and more control. Think of, like, you ever see that movie with Scarlett Johansson, Lucy, where that bag of drugs popped in her stomach and she got all those powers, but when she was on the plane she didn't have the drug, then her, like, whole body started shutting down. Maybe it's like this. Maybe Max's powers are growing beyond, like, her body's capacity to contain them, and pretty soon she's just gonna become time itself, like at the end of the movie Lucy, where once she achieves 100% of the human brain capacity or whatever it was, she just disappeared. So maybe it's that. Maybe that's what could happen to Max. She could just disappear and become time itself. Like, I know that sounds stupid, but, like, we don't know a clear lot. Like, one of the endings someone was going over me actually is it was saying, like, Max this person put, like, maybe Max what do you call it, God, I'm drawing a blank here. Oh yeah, now I remember, sorry. She said he or she, I forget who commented. You know who you are, who commented. Don't know if it was on one of my Life is Strange videos. I don't know which one though. But anyways, he or she said that they wanted to see an ending where Max sacrificed herself to save what do you call it, to go back in time and, like, bring William back and like fix Chloe's life back up, but she'd have to sacrifice her own life, which honestly, I have thought about that. Like, maybe that could happen. Maybe Max could go if Max is flickering, maybe she could maybe she could take Chloe and flicker back into their past bodies, and she could permanently stay in the body. So that way because the flickers are random, and at the end of Quantum Leap it said that Sam can control the flickers, so maybe Max can control them too. And if she figures this out and learns how to control them, then I assume that she would be able to take Chloe back to when they were little kids, and maybe find a reality that's really great for them, where William doesn't die, she doesn't get in the car wreck, Arcadia Bay doesn't get destroyed by a storm, have the Prescotts locked up along with Jefferson. I believe if she could do that, she would, and maybe that's what might happen. Because one of these, I've actually seen, not seen, but I've heard of these flickers from a fanfic that I recommend that you all check out. It's called The Lights of Arcadia Bay, and it's about a Max who has to live with the choice of sacrificing Chloe to save Arcadia Bay. Now, it is Chasefield, and I know, what do you know? It's like, Pricefield's the best, and yeah, in my opinion it is. But I gotta say, it's the only fanfic where I personally ship Chasefield. In that instance, the writing is so good. There's 101 chapters, I'm pretty sure. It finishes at 100, but the 101 chapter is an epilogue. Anyway, what happens in it is that Max has flickers like the Max in the Dust issues, and in one of the flickers, she passes out and ends up going to a reality where she chose to kill the Chloe who was paralyzed from the neck down. And apparently she got arrested, and she had to have this ankle monitor on, and she was at home in Seattle. And yeah, she there was some law thing, she got a few months and on a probation and that, because it's some legal term for a mercy killing. I'm not too sure what it was. Anyways, she wakes up back in her original body, and the others mentioned that she's been out for hours. So maybe if she that's something else that could happen. She could jump to a reality where her and Chloe are friends again, but her original body could just be limp and comatose. And so the Chloe that we're seeing in the comics, Max's Chloe, she would still be in that reality with a Max who's comatose, and Max would be in this other reality with Chloe where everything was great. Because also later in the fan fiction story, The Lights of Arcadia Bay, Max ends up jumping to a reality where she chose to save Chloe, and she has a talk with her, and at the end she jumps back to her body, and that Max who chose to sacrifice Arcadia Bay is there with Chloe, and she's like, I must have blacked out for a while. And then Max later comments I don't know what page it is, but she comments on saying, am I jumping between realities? It's am I creating realities, or am I jumping between ones that I choose? And so, yeah, it's pretty interesting. I recommend you look at that fanfic. I'll leave the link to it in the description below. Anyways, I'm sorry this video wasn't clear, but I don't really know much about Quantum Leap and that. I do hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. This is TotalGamerJunkie, signing off.